Hoops talk for the streets.
The East, it's tight. It's close. So we're going to see how the Eastern Conference shakes up in these next couple of weeks, man. And another team in the East that could make up ground while the Nets could slide are the 76ers. I went on Twitter and I talked about them the other day. I call the 76ers the wild card of the East. I call them the wild card of the Eastern Conference this season. Now, since the East, like I said before, they are in a major flux. It could be a lot of shaking and moving. The Bulls are missing Zach LaVine for a few games. Caruso's still out. Lonzo Ball's missing a game here and there. One team that I think can capitalize on the East being a little bit in flux is the Philadelphia 76ers. I think they're also a team that's been flying under the radar this season. They've looked pretty good lately, especially in the last month. They're 5th or 6th in the East right now. I like the chemistry that I see from them. Got to talk about Embiid and, of course, the all-star big man center from the Philadelphia 76ers. He's put himself in the MVP race this season, averaging 27 and 10, almost 4 assists, a block a game. He looks healthy. He looks ready to go. I see increased effort out of Joel Embiid this season. Probably has a little bit more fire under his belly with what has been going on with Ben Simmons. Philly has the most road wins in the NBA. That's been flying under the radar. I feel like they fully restructured their offense around Joel Embiid, fully around Joel Embiid's skill set, and it's paid off for them. This offense finally makes sense with Joel Embiid at the helm. No Ben Simmons in the lineup. It finally makes sense, and the elephant in the room, obviously, is what's missing from their lineup. And that, to me, is why the Philadelphia 76ers is the wild card of the East, because we don't know what's going to happen with that elephant in the room. Ben Simmons could get moved at any time, or he could not get moved at all. We don't know what's going to happen. That's the wild card right now. They have Maxey stepping up in Ben Simmons' role. With that happening, it changes the game on what type of package they should get with Ben Simmons, for Ben Simmons, I should say. We know that Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers front office, they've been holding out to get a monster package for Ben Simmons. But it's clear to me, and it's probably clear to them, but they're being a little bit stubborn. Ben Simmons, his trade market value, it varies from team to team. You have to really like what Ben Simmons brings to the table, or you're just like, I'm not giving all of that up. It really depends how you view Ben Simmons, and it didn't help how he got smoked out of the playoffs last year. It didn't help how he left the playoffs, and it also doesn't help how he's not really trying to showcase himself this season or trying to help his case to get traded. It also shows, I know I don't want to talk about anybody's mental health because we know he's probably going through issues, but it also shows his mental fortitude in regards to the fans. Now, also, if you're traded for Ben Simmons, you also have to look at your fan bases. And if it goes sour, can Ben Simmons deal with this fan base if it goes a little sour? Because we see he clearly just doesn't want to play in front of the fans. I don't really even think it was an issue with his teammates at all. I feel like it was just an issue between the public perception in Philadelphia of Ben Simmons and what actually went down on the court and what he feels like he can do on the court. So it was a bad exit, a bad loss, ugly playoff loss. Shit like that happens all the time for a lot of players. And it's all on how you bounce back from that. Now, I must say I have been a little bit pretty disappointed in the way Ben Simmons has been handling this whole fiasco. I still feel like he should just man up and get on that court and play, showcase yourself, help out your teammates, show that you still can be a pro and still go out and play. And listen, man, fans are finicky. People are finicky. They're really not going to give a shit once you start winning games. Get on that court. Nobody's expecting you to become a 3-point shooter overnight. They just want the team to win. That's all that was. So, if it's me, if I was Ben, I wouldn't really give a shit about what the fans are thinking right now. And I'm gonna just go out and I'm gonna show them that I'm an all-star. You've been an all-star. You're a perennial defensive player of the year candidate. Go out and show their value. And secretly, you probably still want out. That's cool. You can still ask for a trade. So I just feel like he's handling the situation a little bit wrong. But with that being said, if they trade him, if they move him, Philly could get a lot of pieces back, man. Philly, they could become a very, very, very deep team if they finally trade Ben Simmons by the deadline. So we'll see how that works. I hope they trade him by the deadline because I want to see Philly. I want to see them really move forward, and I really want to see them take that next step. And I don't want them to waste prime Joel Embiid, MVP Joel Embiid seasons like they are right now if they don't trade Ben Simmons this season, because it's not every year that he's healthy. So you really got to take advantage of these type of seasons where Joel Embiid is at his best. So we'll see, man, what the 76ers do with Ben Simmons. We'll see about them going forward because they might be the wild card of the East, man, for real.